Dear friends, in this session we discuss about the artificial vegetative propagation. This session is asexual reproduction part 3 session. In this session we discuss about the artificial vegetative propagation. In previous session we discussed about the natural vegetative propagation. Here, what is artificial vegetative propagation? When the process of vegetative propagation occurs by the involvement of human activities, or in the plant body vegetative propagation occurs due to man-made methods, such type of vegetative propagation is called artificial vegetative propagation. When we observe artificial vegetative propagation, there are different methods of artificial vegetative propagation. One is cutting, second layering, third grafting, fourth method micro propagation. Okay, here we have 4 different types of methods in artificial vegetative propagation. First we discuss what is this cutting. See here, when we observe the plants, some of the plants, they have capability of high regeneration capacity is present. Cutting is artificial vegetative propagation where the pieces of root, stem or leaves used for vegetative propagation. That means some pieces of root, stem or leaf is placed in the soil, and these parts produces the adventitious roots and new plants. Cutting is a very popular method in sugarcane agriculture or sugarcane farming, and even it is also very popular in the cultivation of rose and bougainvillea. When we consider the example of sugarcane, we know that in sugarcane, rose, stem cuttings are very popular methods. Here we consider the example of sugarcane. These are the nodes and this portion is internodal position. We know that in the nodal position there is a presence of bud. Here in the sugarcane there is a presence of bud. While performing cutting, this sugarcane is cut into the small pieces, and this stem is cut in such a way that each cutting should comprises node with bud, and this is used for the agriculture or this is used for the plantation, and this cutting is placed within the soil, and after few days this cutting from the bud portion start to produce the adventitious roots, and above the soil it produces the new plant body. This is the very common process of cutting. It is the very popular process. This is the cutting type of artificial vegetative propagation. Next, when we observe, we have next method of vegetative or artificial vegetative propagation. It is layering. What is this layering? Layering is the technique of artificial vegetative propagation where in a plant body a branch is selected, and in that branch artificially roots are induced. When that branch produces the roots, after production of roots, that branch is detached from the parental body and planted in new area. This phenomena is layering. We try to understand what exactly it is. There are 2 types of layering. There are two types of layering. One is said to be soil layering. Soil layering. This soil layering is also said to be mound layering. There is another method. It is called air layering. Air layering. First we discuss what is this soil layering, which is also called mound layering. Commonly, this soil layering is performed in herbaceous plants which are having flexible lateral branches. Just consider, here we have one herbaceous plant. This is the ground level. And here these are the branches which produces the leaves, upper branches, upper lateral branches. Okay. Now here for layering, lower lateral branches are selected. For example, say here this is the lower lateral branch. Here in this lateral branches, this lateral branch is defoliated, means what the leaves are present on this branch are removed and it is bent downward in such a way that it should touch the soil. For example, in this way it is bent. The total branch is not defoliated, but this branch is partially defoliated. And here leaves are present. Okay, you just observe this one. Here this part of branch is touch the soil. Where the branch touch the soil, some injury is made and it is covered with the soil. After few days, what happens? From the cut part or from injured part, this branch start to produce the adventitious roots. When this branch properly produces the roots, then this branch is cut and detached from the parental body and it is planted in new area to get the individual separate plant. This process is called layering. What type of layering? Soil layering, which is also called mound layering. We have next one, air layering. We know that in the nature only herbaceous plants are not present. There are some of the shrubs, trees are present which are not having much flexible branches. So the plant body which is woody and not having flexible branches or otherwise branches are not at the lower level, ground level, in such cases air layering is helpful. How this air layering is performed we discuss. Just observe this one. I am talking about the air layering here. Just you observe this one. This is one of the plant body, woody plant body, and it is not having lateral branches at the ground level. It is having the branches at the upper level, and those branches are somewhat stronger branches, woody branches, and they are not flexible. In such cases, here in this branch, in a particular portion, decortication is performed. What is this decortication? Removal of bark from the particular part of the stem in the form of ring, in the form of girdle. It is said to be decortication. Here the bark is removed in the form of girdle. After this, the grafting clay is applied here. The grafting clay is applied. What is this grafting clay? See here, grafting clay is prepared. How it is? Grafting clay is prepared using two part of clay, one part of cow dung cow dung, and some quantity of hay and cotton fibers are mixed. Cotton fibers are mixed and some quantity of water is added to maintain the moisture. This total mixture is become grafting clay. This grafting clay is applied. After applying grafting clay, the total decorticated part and where the grafting clay is applied, that part is totally covered with the polythene cover to avoid the loss of moisture, to avoid the infection. Because of this reason, here it becomes necessary to cover the decorticated part. After few days, it may take 15 days, 1 month or the 2 months, depend upon the regeneration capacity of a plant. Here this decorticated part start to produce the adventitious roots. When this part produces adventitious roots in a maximum number, then this rooted branch is cut and detached from the parental body and it is planted in new area to get the separate individual plant. This is called air layering. This is air layering. This is soil layering. This is air layering and this one is soil layering. This is the information about the layering. Layering includes the two parts, soil layering, which is also called mound layering, and another one is air layering. In the soil layering, the lower lateral flexible branch is selected, it is defoliated, it is made to contact with the soil by bending the branch, and some injury is made where the branch is coming contact with the soil, and after few days when this branch produces the roots, this branch is detached from the parental body and planted in a new area. Whereas in the air layering, it is commonly performed in the shrubby plants, woody plants, or the plants which are not having the lower lateral branches. Here upper branches are selected, decortication is performed. Where the part decorticated, there grafting clay is applied and that part is covered with the polythene cover. After the production of roots, this branch is cut, detached and placed in the planted in the new area. So like that, here this is about the layering. Now we will proceed with the next concept. It is called grafting. Okay, when we observe the what to say grafting, what is this grafting? Grafting is very old technique of artificial vegetative propagation. Here rooted stock is selected. Rooted stock is selected, which is, and another twig is selected. Both are attached. Both are attached. This is the what to say rooted stock. This is the twig. This twig is called scion. This is called stalk, and this twig is said to be the scion. Here what happens? This scion is fixed to the stalk. This type of method is called grafting. Grafting is the artificial vegetative propagation where the rooted part is to the rooted part a twig is fixed to get the desired plant. This is called grafting, and the rooted part is called stalk and the twig which is fixed in the stalk is called scion. Please remember this. Here there are different techniques of grafting. There are different methods in grafting. The first one is said to be whip grafting. The first one is said to be the whip grafting. Sometimes it is also called tongue grafting. Here the stalk is cut. Stalk is cut obliquely. For example, like this. And here even scion is also cut obliquely in such a way that scion should fix in the stalk. Then what happens? This scion is fixed with the stalk. Now here grafting clay is applied and this grafted part is covered with the polythene cover. So like that, here what happens? This grafting is performed. Which type of grafting it is? Whip method of grafting. Now we observe the second method. Second method is said to be wedge grafting. Wedge method of grafting. In wedge method of grafting, in stalk, this is the stalk, V-shaped notch or cut is made in the stalk, whereas in the scion, wedge shaped cut is made and both are fixed. Again grafting clay is applied and the grafted part is covered with the polythene cover. So whereas the third one is said to be bud grafting. The next one is said to be bud grafting. In bud grafting, stalk is selected. Say this is the stalk. In this stalk, notch or cut is made, and the cut is made in the form of a T shape like this. Using scalpel or the sharp scissor, the T-shaped cut is made. From the desired plant, scion is taken, but in this case not the total twig is selected, but the bud scion is used. From the desired plant, some part is taken which comprises the bud. For example, say this is the bud and this is the remaining surrounding portion, maybe say it is a bark. Now this bud is grafted in this stalk. This is stalk where already cut is made in the form of a T-shaped structure. In this T-shaped structure, this bud is placed. For example, it is placed in such a way that it should be inserted within the T-shaped structure. After this, again some quantity of graft clay is applied and it is covered with the polythene cover. After few days, this bud become active, germinate and start to produce the new branch. When it produces the new branch, then this stalk is cut above the grafted area. This part is cut and the stalk with the grafted part or grafted branch is remain, and then it produces the desired plant. So here commonly grafting is performed in the dicotyledon plants because they comprises the vascular cambium, and commonly it is performed in the dicotyledon plants which are close relatives, which are comes under the common group, which are comes under the common species. Such type of plants are selected here, and commonly dicotyledon plants are selected because they comprises the vascular cambium, and we know that cambium comprises the meristematic tissue which are having the high regeneration capacity, and those cells are helpful for the easy patching of these injuries. Because of this reason, this scion can very easily attach to the stalk. So this is about the grafting, and these are the different methods of grafting. Commonly, while performing the grafting, the stalk is selected in such a way that it should have the very good adaptability with the soil and which is having the disease resistance capacity, and twig is selected with some special character which can produce the bigger leaves, more number of fruits, bigger fruits, or more number of seeds. Such type of qualities are taken under the consideration. Here this is about the grafting. Whereas next we have micro propagation. Micro propagation is modern technique. It is nothing but micro propagation is nothing but a plant tissue culture technique. What is this micro propagation technique or plant tissue culture technique of vegetative propagation? It is the method where isolated cell, tissue or a piece of organ is grow into new plant in the laboratory on nutrient medium in controlled conditions. That is micro propagation or plant tissue culture method of vegetative propagation. Means it is the technique where cell can be used, where cell or otherwise tissue or maybe the some small part of any organ, leaf, stem, root can be used. So here these are called explants. What is explant? Explant. What is explant? The plant part which is isolated and used for micropropagation or plant tissue culture technique is called explant. Explant is the plant part. It is isolated cell, tissue or organ which is used to perform micropropagation or which is used in plant tissue culture technique is called explant. Okay, now we discuss how it is performed. Now we got the idea about the explant. Here artificial nutrient medium is prepared. This artificial nutrient medium comprises micronutrients, macronutrients which are required for the growth of plant body, and this nutrient medium is prepared in laboratory condition. There are different types of plant tissue culture nutrient media. Here culture vessel is selected. It may be the test tube or the bottle. Here this culture vessel comprises nutrient medium. On this nutrient medium, explant, it may be the cell, tissue or it may be the organ. Organ may be the root, stem or leaf. It is placed. Say here, it is placed and the mouth of this culture vessel is closed. And this is incubated in a laboratory condition in controlled temperature and in controlled light. After few days, this explant which is placed in culture vessel start to regenerate and it turn into the ball of mass. This mass of undifferentiated cells is called callus. There is a formation of callus, and later this callus is allowed to germinate into the new plant body, or otherwise again this callus is cut into small pieces. Again these each and every piece is transferred into the new culture vessels. Like that, culture vessels can be multiply and callus can be generate in a maximum quantity. After that, each and every piece of callus, when it is proliferate, when it regenerate properly, each and every piece is having the capability to produce the new plants. New plants, each and every callus bit is having the capability to produce the new plants, because here this technique is totally depend upon the totipotency of the cell. So here this is said to be the micropropagation. Name itself indicate that micropropagation. Propagation means here consider as a production. Micropropagation, from the small part reproduction is performed. This is the plant tissue culture technique, and this micropropagation is very useful to produce the more number of plants using small part of the plant body, using small organ, cell or tissue. So here micropropagation is modern technique, micropropagation is plant tissue culture technique. Using micropropagation or plant tissue culture techniques, it is possible to produce the disease free plants, it is possible to produce the hybrids, even it is helpful for the production of stress resistant plants. So like that here, this is about the micropropagation, and these are the different types of techniques comes under the artificial vegetative propagation. Please remember, this is artificial vegetative propagation, and this completes the asexual reproduction.